Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how I keep my 20-year-old engine bay nice and clean. I just found some ways to keep the plastics all nice and shiny and keep them a dark glossy black. So all you're going to need for this is some interior plastic protectant and some cleaner, 2 microfiber cloths, and a little brush. So as you can see, my engine bay is very clean. I've been maintaining it for a while. If yours is very dirty, all you're going to need is get yourself a spray bottle and then a microfiber cloth, spray down all your plastics, and then just wipe off the water and dry it. So then after you get your plastics all dry from the water, get yourself the cleaner, spray it all down, and then work it in with the brush, and make sure you take your time doing that so you can get it in all the little crevices and all the plastics, and it should get it pretty clean. Alright, now that you got all your cleaner dried up, you want to get yourself some protectant and your brush and just spray it into the brush. And then just work it into the plastics and take your time once again to get this stuff all in the little crevices, and it'll make a really big difference. I used to use the Meguiar's Ultimate Black, but I noticed it didn't really last very long, and then this stuff lasts a little bit longer and it makes it all nice and shiny, so I prefer to use this stuff. And then just keep spraying it on your brush to make sure you get a good amount and everything, and just once again work it into every little spot you can, because it will be very noticeable. And if you want to, you could use this stuff on your hoses if you want. It's not going to hurt anything. But I don't really do that. I don't notice too big of a difference when I do that. I'll just wipe those off with a little towel. And if you have this big cover here, I usually just spray the top. Keep spraying it in your brush. Make sure you get every little spot. And if you want to do your cowl panel right there, I'd prefer to spray it into a rag. So just so that way you don't get anything on your windshield. But this will be very, very noticeable as well. So if you do your cowl panel, make sure you do the whole thing. But I'm not going to do in there unless if I use a rag, which I don't really need to because I've already done it before and it's still nice and dark. Alright, now this front radiator support right here, I could never get to look nice and good till I use this stuff with a brush. So this stuff definitely take your time with, and it doesn't hurt to use a little extra on this. And then the reason I don't dry any of this off is you want to let it sit for a little bit so the plastics can absorb it, especially on this part right here. Work it all in. The reason you want to use a brush is because it gets in all the other grooves, whereas a microfiber cloth won't. Alright, I'm going to get my little intake tube here, and then I'm going to let all this stuff sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll get right back to it. Maybe I will do this just because. All right, got everything all doused in the protectant. I'm just gonna let it sit for a couple minutes and we'll be right back. All right, now that I let all my plastics absorb the protectant, I'm just gonna get my microfiber cloth and wipe it all down. It's pretty crazy how much nicer this all looks once you get it done. And cleaning your engine bay isn't really sought after, but it's definitely something I recommend doing. Just, it's a nice little small detail. You can see how much shinier all this is after you put that stuff down. Mine doesn't really look a whole bunch different, just because I usually do this a couple times a month, 1 or 2 times a month. So it doesn't really need it very often. I always do the radiator support last, by the way. I like to let that absorb the protectant, because that thing tends to be hard to keep nice and shiny. Alright, now the cowl panel, just take your time on this. Oh, I don't know why I keep calling it cowl panel, the radiator support. Getting myself all messed up. Now you can already tell, like, this is much darker and a lot shinier. It looks very, very good. Much better than when I first got this car, that's for sure. And then, I usually don't do this, but you can if you want, but it tends to kind of like leave smear marks, so I don't really touch the upper grill any. Alright, now that we're all done, as you guys can see, everything looks so much better. I don't know what it is about that protectant, but I don't know. It's meant for interior, but I realized that engine bay stuff, it works great on all the plastics. And it does last a little while. I used to use that Ultimate Black, but I don't know. I feel like this stuff just does better. Especially on this radiator support. That's what made me change my mind. That Ultimate Black would never work on that, but for some reason this stuff works like a miracle. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Thanks for watching. See you guys.